Shows us what we've got and we'll make a plan from there.
A kettle drum, an iron tank, 2 walking canes, a wooden box, a leather chair and a whistle. Oh, and some detonating charges.
And from this we create an arsenal?
Didn't know they were your team, Bert.
Not that kind of shooting, lad. Lewis guns and snipers is what it says on the stage directions, so let's start with basic gunfire and work up to the mini. A rapid rat-a-tat-tat should do it. Now, let's see. Grab hold of those canes, Fred, and bring the chair over so that you're standing right in front of it. Square off, bend your knees, tilt from the waist, arms out in front, canes at the ready. Take aim and fire! Put your back into it, lad. You're not making an omelette. Rat-a-tat-tat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left hand, rat-a, right hand, rat-a-tat. That's it. Keep going. Rat-a-tat-tat. Rat-a-tat-tat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left hand, right hand. It's a foreign field, not a farmer's field, Fred. They'll think pigs are running free in the wings. Now, stop a moment and get your breath. That's it. That's better. Ready to go again? Take your position. Wait for it. Wait for it. Release your fire. That's it. That's it. Oh, for goodness sake, Fred. I borrowed them from me old man. Can we set out for a box of canes, please?
So when did you notice it?
That's just the thing. I didn't. If anything, I thought Maurice was making it up. Professional jealousy. You know the type of thing. Colin is such a good actor. It's difficult to separate the real from the acting.
Will it affect the performance?
If anything, it may enhance it. He is playing Stanhope, after all.
Drinking like a fish as usual. I see what you mean.
Drinking to forget, I suspect. Shoulder to shoulder until the shoulder to lean on is no longer there. The whiskey bottle prop, we called it.
And the bar is stacked full of them.
I'm really sorry, Bert. I didn't know I was going to swing back and hit you.
This play will be the death of me. Make no mistake. Not enough room to swing a cat, let alone an iron tank. Hand me that wrench and I'll double-check the bolts on the swing mechanism. Last thing we need is the falling on our heads.
It's awfully tight in here, with the dugout in front of us and the back wall of the theatre behind us. I'm not sure if I've got room to lift my arms.
Saves on the washing, though. I won't need a vest. I'm sweating like a dry horse.
Bert, it's awfully dark in here, don't you think?
You scared, Frederica?
Course not. It's just...
Mummy leave a night light out for you? What'd you do that for?
Sorry, Bert. It's just I can't see where the chair is to it with the sticks.
Do you see what I mean? It's a disaster and we've only got 24 hours to opening.
How awfully quiet it is.
It's often quiet like this.
I thought there would be an awful row here. For God's sake, I can't hear what I'm saying.
Stop! Stop! Can someone please get me sound effects? We can't hear ourselves think down here.
Gas! Everyone, quick, put on your masks.
Are you alright, Bert? You look awfully pale.
Can't you smell it? Look lively, lad. I've told you, just put on your mask.
Bert, now listen to me. It was those lilies that came in for Mr. Whale.
Lilies? What kind of a man has flowers sent to him?
Not the likes of you and me, that's for sure. It's late and you're exhausted.
The sweetness, though. Can't you taste it? It's like pear drops. It creeps along the trenches and lays siege to your lungs. It eats you from the inside. Blossoms of yellow pulsing blisters. Men and choking and blinded. Flapping and gasping like fish thrown asunder. A cruel death, Fred. A cruel death.
It can't get you here, Bert. It's over.
Sybil hates lilies. Reminds her of funerals. What kind of a man has flowers sent to him anyway?
Not us, Bert. Not the likes of us. It's time you got home. Opening night tomorrow and we have a battery to unleash.
Your dad will be proud of you, Fred. Really proud.
Good to hear the king is much improved.
Yes, the mood's really lifted. Egg sandwich, James. Mother made them and sent them along.
Just the thing for an opening night. Nip of whiskey to go with it. After all, champagne dries the mouth up so.
Whiskey bottle prop.
Nothing we can change now, R.C. Look at them all down there. Their starched shirt fronts lined up like placards, announcing, I'm a captain, I'm a general. Here's an Osborne, here's a Stanhope. Your story is theirs, R.C. Their story is all of ours. Wives and mothers, sons and daughters, alive or dead, they fill this auditorium in communion and remembrance.
And now it's time to break bread. The altar is set, James. Time to go over the top. Mother, can you come and help? James Agate's review programme's on in 10 minutes. Where are you? Mother! Oh, there you are. Right, if you could hold the cat's whisker and I'll hold the crystal. That's it. Hold it steady.
As you know, dear listeners, I usually review 4 plays, but not tonight. Tonight is reserved for a single play. Indeed, a singular play. One that only can be described as a sombre and unrelieved tragedy. I've never been so deeply moved, so enthralled, and so exalted.
I can't pretend I wasn't worried. It was the silence that got to me.
I could hear Johnny shouting, "Is the curtain up?" And then nothing. Some shifting in seats, a cough, even a sob perhaps, but nothing we recognised, nothing we expected.
Curtain down and Johnny shouted, "Let's give it one more go." And then it happened, reluctantly at first, like an engine that had stood over long in the cold. And then that sound, like an hailstorm on the iron roof of a barn, a tide of applause that spread and strengthened.
It feels like it hasn't stopped since. George on the stage door told me when they got the house full boards out for the first time, they found a mouse nesting behind it. Nothing like this has happened in the theatre for years.
You can say that again, me lad. Another brew before the matinee?
As long as Mason hasn't made it.
Those 2 weeks in 1928 changed my life. For me, Journey's End was Journey's beginning. And all that followed, the Invisible Man, Mrs. Miniver, the Dam Busters, the Long Sunset, all roads started there. For others, though, it will be all I'm remembered for. The other day I was at prize-giving at a nearby school. Afterwards there was a little reception with coffee and cakes. An old lady who brought me a cup of coffee said, "I did enjoy Journey's End, Mr. Sheriff. Why don't you write something else?" If that is my legacy, then so be it. I wrote it so people wouldn't forget. An incantation to courage, a dedication to their memory. Stanhope says, if you went and left Osborne and Trotter and Raleigh and all those men up there to do your work, could you ever look a man straight in the face again in all your life? This is me looking you straight in the face and saluting them.